defensive back on third down. Play fake. Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time happened players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of it. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22.
Go now. 50, plant. Tyler, 64, weak. Keep grip.
On 1st and 10, Costello. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the gloves?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They got a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
To throw on 2nd down. Costello. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
On the ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Costello. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sione Taki. In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Back to throw. Costello. And that is going to be incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. But they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. Has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Flushed out right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? #1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. #2 goal is win your division. #3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Hey, Haywood!
On second and 12, Mayfield. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. We'll get an up. Rock Stadium. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get that ball! Get that ball! Hurry, hurry!
To throw, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
Rock it, rock it. Yeah. Hey, box drop.
Here's a second and 7. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Bravo.
On third down, Costello. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line.
Mark 52. Squeeze. Check 13. Yo, go, go.
Looking to throw. Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
What I'm talking about.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Back to throw. Costello. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check 43.
Throwing, Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. He'll let it, and that's caught inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 7, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Point it right.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Justin Houston. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check 50, check 50. There, get it.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. First down Miami as they get here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Now.
From the gun, Costello. This one into the hands of the running back, Billage. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, oh, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Billage. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he rifles one incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much. Ready,
this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Costello. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Now Landry. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go back to Grant. And once again, not much running room, if any at all.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw on third down. Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. Now Mayfield. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Hey, Charlie! Ready?
Off play action. Costello. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
44, Mike, 44. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey, lock it!
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Get it!
From the gun, Costello. He'll rifle this one deep right, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception.
And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. This is Grant. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Costello. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
A run for Nick Chubb. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 11-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll run with Chubb. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Costello, and he's going to go down again. Mack Wilson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Landry now on the return. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check the backer. Check the backer. Joker.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Well, he's going to go for it all, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that, and let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. To throw from his end zone, Costello. Yeah, he'll find Hall. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. That's complete to his running back, Grant. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Corey Grant, 92 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Looking to throw. Costello. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Still in the league, guy. Getting my ass beat on. I
said I'm in 1, 2.
I've been beating on me, man. Treat me like anything, man. Man, letting them do it though. Yeah. Man, listen, bro. This man sending an all-out blitz, right? And you know, and I got one running back just flare him out, bro. Every time I do my flare, bro, this man sacking me before I'm able to throw my ball off, bro. That is no way in hell, bro, man. This shit crazy, man. I just broke out for the first time out of the whole game. Nigga did it one time. I just broke out like 96 yards with Grant. I got Grant, bro. Man, bitch ain't getting nothing with Grant right now, bitch. No life support, bitch.
They run it again with Chubb.
Look at this shit.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Calling it to 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload.
Get off behind her.
No. Well conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
That nigga sick with it, Lee just did a draft, right, bro? Why the whole draft? Huh?
That's what league I'm in. I'm playing the game.
I'm gonna say why in that league, bro? Did the draft, bro? They draft nothing but linemen from me, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I got straight offensive linemen. Listen.
Not really either, so I'm playing in trip, but I know you gonna be straight.
Yeah, I'm about to leave that league, though. Okay.
And they will take a knee here.
Oh man, I ain't been active and I'm in 2-minute lead, and they weren't even active at first in the league. They were playing around. You see, I done gave motherfucking Cole Lamar Jackson, gave Hoodie Ray, the damn nigga, Hollywood. Look, I gave niggas away. I ain't even know you was in that league, bitch. You must just got in that bitch.
So for the Browns, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at...
Yeah, that nigga had whatever he wanted to do, bro. Nigga was just throwing the ball all stupid. Nigga run one side and just throw that bitch. Ain't nobody over there. And the camera ain't over there. We don't know who over there. Nigga complete this bitch. And man, I'm talking about like, shit, it's crazy. Like, nigga went up on me quick, like. Nigga getting just running. This nigga just running no huddle, bro, and then fuck around and get in, just run the ball, and now my defense just so tired or stupid that they can't even run down on the run play, crash down on the run play. Like, oh my fucking god.
I got him playing over top.
Nigga break tackle went to 4. Fuck your break tackling there. 83 now. And then I'll flag or not, cause I supposed to put, you know, I don't got Thielen starting, but I supposed to put, I'll be putting Thielen in certain formation when the nigga be in that man shit. You know, I make Thielen do a post or a corner, and if you got one of your third string corners out there, I'ma kill his ass. That's on me. I'm liable to see that nigga again.